All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Spectacular. We are a podcast that talks about movies and shit, mostly shit. And today we are in a very, very chair sound effect sounding room.
You need to switch your chair.
No, it's fine.
Much.
Leave it.
Nah.
No, leave it. And today we are reviewing the movie The Batman. And of course, I am one of your hosts, Brandon, and I am joined by my best friend and confidant, Mike.
Hey.
Okay. And we are. You can hear some additional laughter in there because we have our special guest. It's our returning superstar.
Yeah.
Luis.
Hey.
Creepy Luis
Wow,
today.
that's
yeah.
not-
we did so many sound tests.
Specifically
and we
said
just
he was
asked you to
not
just
make-
speak your normal voice. And Luis, if you guys didn't know, he actually made the Spectacular beginning music too. That you all hear as the episode starts. Yeah, he did. He's done a lot of music for us.
Something like that,
what it
right?
sounds. That sounds like Conan.
Nah.
No, what you just did sounded like Conan.
I'm pretty sure I nailed it.
Okay.
Everyone,
Anyway,
rewind about 47 seconds
Yeah.
and listen to that opening.
they're not going to do that. So, this was our first theatrical movie that we had watched, and it was, in my opinion, a great one. And so Mike, in a moment, will tell us the synopsis of the movie and the characters are in it, or the actors that are in it, I should say. So, Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit more?
The Batman from 2022. Directed by Matt Reeves, written by Matt and Peter Craig. The legendary Peter Craig, everybody.
I don't
He's
know.
made like two out of those.
Okay.
Starring Robert Pattinson as the Batman, Zoe Kravitz as Selina Kyle, Catwoman. Although I don't think they call her Catwoman in the movie.
They never did, no.
Okay. Jeffrey Wright as Gordon, commissioner. Oh, he's not commissioner.
He's not commissioner yet, yeah.
Lieutenant. Colin Farrell as Oz. Also Penguin, but also they don't call him Penguin.
They don't call him Penguin, but by his Cobblepot is... Okay, go ahead, sorry.
Paul Dano as the Riddler. Peter Sarsgaard as one of the
He's the
DA.
yeah.
And John Turturro as Carmine Falcone.
Yeah.
So the little synopsis here. When the Riddler, a sadistic serial killer, begins murdering key political figures in Gotham, Batman is forced to... Oh, God, it's loading. Forced to investigate the city's hidden corruption.
Batman is... Oh, God, it's loading.
Investigate the city's hidden corruption and question his family's involvement.
There's a lot of that. A lot of involvement with him. So I think the first question that I'd want to start with you guys is... in all the Batmans we've seen over the years, and let's even use the Batman with Adam West. Like, do you have a favorite Batman? Luis, go ahead.
I do. Christopher Nolan.
Okay.
And then...
Well, Christopher Nolan didn't play Batman.
No,
so-
I know.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. Yeah.
Why?
And then... I don't know.
Because he's the handsomest.
Nah. I felt like it was more of
Who
a...
is the handsome?
They
I'd
took...
say I have Robert Pattinson. I'd go hard for.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He's a good-looking dude.
No, he is.
And he's a nasty boy.
Nasty boy?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
he's into some sexual shit. You know what I'm saying? He likes to explore. Oh yeah. Like he was. I don't know what late night show he was on, but he had asked the host, like, "Do you like spit?" And they're like, "Huh?" He was like, like spitting in someone's mouth and stuff. And the guy's like, "No." And he's like, "Let me tell you." And like he's into it. So,
Really?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, cool. Good for him.
Anyway, sorry, Luis. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. And then I guess this one. And then I really like the animated series.
Oh, hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, I would consider that not like
Second.
canon, but just like
Yeah.
out of all the Batmans you can choose,
Yeah.
like is just like if I were to say any Spider-Man, I would say Spider-Verse is probably one of my favorites. But again, anything. So you like Nolan's Batman?
Yeah, I would say probably Christian Bale. I don't really have a favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if it's... Because really there's not that many options, but probably Christian Bale or Michael Keaton. I enjoyed Michael Keaton.
I like Michael Keaton because he had to turn his whole body to like look at shit. He couldn't just turn his neck because that suit.
I just always think, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Like, I just love that part.
Yeah.
As much Beetlejuice as that can come out of him during a Batman movie, I'm here for it.
Oh yeah. He can go nuts quick. And it's not because it's the most recent, but I actually really liked Robert Pattinson. But I think it's because I like this movie the most out of the Batman movies I've seen because he's an actual fucking detective in this movie. While in the Nolan series, he wasn't. What the fuck was he solving? Like where
They did all that bullet stuff. That seemed pretty advanced. I was like, I don't know exactly what's happening. They're just reconstructing things to find fingerprints.
I think so.
I don't know if that technology is real, but
it's a movie.
Yeah.
And also I think it's something that you and I talked about, Mike, when we saw the trailer for the Batman, where he has the makeup.
That was a great trailer.
It was, but that they actually introduced the makeup around his eyes that he has later on as he takes off his mask and said, well, there's been no other Batman movie where they take off the mask and suddenly all the eye makeup is not there anymore. It's fine. If you guys can hear Luis's chair, he's fidgeting, and Mike is shaking his head so hard. So anyway, you like the Nolan more so, but which is your least favorite?
I mean,
I don't hate the Adam West because for its time, it's what it was.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't hate George Clooney. I just nothing him in the Batman movie.
You liked him, or you hated him more than Val Kilmer?
I preferred Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Was Clooney the one with the nips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Val didn't have no nips?
No.
Was Clooney in two of them?
Plus.
No, just one.
Was Kilmer in two of them?
No.
So it was Kilmer and then Clooney?
Yeah.
So it was Keaton, Kilmer, Clooney?
Yeah.
Keaton.
Right.
Two Keatons.
Right. Batman
Kilmer.
Returns.
Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Okay. And that was with Alicia Silverstone, the last one.
Oh, you know who we're forgetting? Ben Affleck. We're forgetting.
Oh.
That's valid. And I don't think he did a bad job.
He's very
But he never
friendly.
had his own movie.
Yeah.
Because there was the talks of it, then he's like, I'm over it. I'm getting overweight. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. And, and then he went and did, was that Deepwater?
Well, he was supposed to write, direct, star, and all that jazz in his own.
I mean, he's still coming out on the new Flash, right?
Yeah, he is going to be in that. Yeah, but now the Flash stuff, Ezra Miller's fucking up. That idiot. He.
Why is it every goddamn week we have to talk about some other asshole being an asshole?
He got drunk.
Get your shit together,
was getting kicked
fellas.
out of a bar or something like that. He's an asshole. And then he broke into someone's hotel room and took their passports and took their identification. He got arrested. He got released. But it's like, what a year ago he fucking hit that woman or he choked her or something like that.
Oh, that's right.
But
they said that they were just having fun.
From my understanding, the woman's like, I don't know who this motherfucker is, and she was giving him shit or something, but he did it.
Yeah, we're having a good time, right?
Well,
Everybody has a fucking head.
Well, he was having fun.
Just bruised on her neck. Yeah, it's a gay old time. Yeah, I'm giving her a noogie.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Luke?
Head in a headlock, giving her a noogie. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying he was having fun.
Oh, for his point of view, he was having fun. For her, she hated every moment of it.
Yeah.
But the Warner Brothers should have nixed him right there.
Yeah.
But they kept him. And
honestly, I didn't even watch Justice League. Is he even good?
He's great. I like him a lot.
The Snyder cut was better than the other cut.
Yeah, let's fix that microphone. There we go. Yeah. Snyder Cut was really good.
Yeah.
In comparison to Joss Whedon's, and granted, Snyder's was long.
To sit through 4 hours of
get it, but it's not even that bad.
You don't feel it.
No, you don't. Even the Flash scene where he
I say that, but this movie is 3 hours long as well, and it felt okay.
But the Flash scene where he saves the girl and he's trying to get a job and stuff, you'll see it if you watch it. That was a great scene to see his powers and stuff. And then when he late in the movie, he uses his powers again. That when you're gonna get it. So Darkseid is not killed. I'm sorry. Who's the guy? Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf was killed, but he gets fucking his head cut off and all this shit. I'm like, hell yeah. This is a lot better version of Joss Whedon's by far.
Yeah, they didn't emphasize on the Flash on the end like how they did in this movie.
In Joss's.
Yeah.
In Joss's, he had little...
He was just saving some family.
Yeah, the families. He was going through the whole town saving people, and he didn't really have a lot to do. But in Snyder's cut, he had a lot bigger of a part.
Yeah.
Yeah, but compare that to, only because their powers are similar, compare that to the scenes with Quicksilver in the X-Men movies. Those scenes are fucking amazing.
Correct. And I did like those.
The slow-mo Jim Croce's, yeah.
Because he was in which X-Men, not First Class, but the Days of Future Past, and then the one after that, Apocalypse. No. It wasn't in Apocalypse. It was Days of Future Past, and then one after that.
There's Apocalypse.
Well, no, because in Apocalypse...
Well, there's First Class, when it's back in the day.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Yeah,
Past.
Apocalypse had the shitty one.
Shitty, yeah.
Yeah.
Apocalypse is shitty.
Well, that too, and it was Oscar Isaac, too.
But did Apocalypse have a second cool Quicksilver?
No, it only had the one scene where he was.
Well, there's one in
attacking
the kitchen.
No,
and there's one where he's pulling everyone out of the fire.
First Class was the kitchen when they get Magneto.
Yeah.
And the second one was the mansion where they was blowing up.
Oh, that's right.
That was the better one, in my opinion. The mansion one was the better one.
I don't know. Oh, I mean, they're both good. That's what I'm saying.
Right, they are. That was visually amazing. And then when they had Quicksilver in the Marvel movies, I was like, ooh. I like Aaron something Johnson. He has 3 names.
Yeah.
I like him a lot as an actor. But
Is his middle name Taylor as well?
Aaron Taylor Johnson, that sounds right. Yeah.
And the actress is Anya Taylor-Joy?
Yeah.
You mean Queen's Gambit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just thought that was
Unrelated. Both white.
And then the kid is
No, go ahead.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Nah.
I don't think that's. I mean, from fucking Home
From
Improvement.
Home Improvement?
Yeah. What is this? What was he? Huck Finn?
Huck Finn?
I think so. Where's he
What's
been?
the one?
I know he left Hollywood, but like, cause he pursued like school.
I'm just saying, Taylor as a middle name, everybody. Wait, are they middle names? Are they like hyphenated last names?
I think they're middle names.
Okay.
Because I don't remember seeing hyphens, but they could be. Louis is just doing everything
just
possible. I mean, I don't mind it. Mike is. I mean, you're.
I'm livid.
Prior to recording too, Mike's like, Brandon, stop making your snapping noises. Stop doing this, and I don't think I do a lot of it, but apparently to Mike I do. So.
Wow, it feels good to be right, but also
I did that
frustrating.
deliberately first
Okay,
and
I'm just saying.
foremost. So I'll go back and listen.
All right, let's get back to the important stuff in Batman.
Okay.
Taylor as the middle name.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Well, I think the next most important thing to talk about is we've seen so many Batman movies, so many iterations of who Batman is, the origin stories. So obviously they didn't really cover the origins, thankfully, in this fucking movie like they did every other ones. But as the characters, how they're portrayed, did you like the way like the Riddler was? Did you like the way Catwoman was, like in comparison to what you've seen?
I did. I really enjoyed Riddler. It was a different take, especially after, I think the last Riddler was at Gotham, the show.
I never watched
No,
Gotham.
it was
Did you watch Gotham?
Oh, the kid from Shameless, right? The redhead guy?
No,
he was
played
a Joker.
Yeah, he played Joker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's all cut up and stuff, right? Like he.
Afterwards.
I heard a weird thing that it wasn't actually him. It was like a brother or something like that. Is that what happened?
I think so. I don't only watch like 3 seasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Continue.
Oh, it's Frank Joker, not the Joker. How you doing, Frank?
Yeah. Wait. What? The Joker's name too in this movie? It was different than I'm sorry, Joker. The Riddler's name was different. Because
Yeah.
I thought that was. I said it to you in the theater. It was shit. What's his name?
Nigma?
Edward.
Yeah, Edward Nigma. But then they're showing all those IDs and they're his name's this and it wasn't Edward.
I think it's just all aliases that he's used. In
Right,
the
and they
comics.
found all those licenses. Oh, okay, sure, or those passports and stuff. Anyway, sorry, Lewis.
Yeah, so I like that they have a more serious take what would actually happen in the real world.
Sure,
You know, like
sure.
this person could be like your neighbor down the street. You know.
That creepy guy you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
walking down the hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
I wonder what that apartment smelled like.
Some kind
yeah,
of formaldehyde, rats and a bat. Yeah, so
Oh, that's right.
probably
Yeah, yeah.
noisy.
Not good.
Okay, Michael.
I enjoyed it. Well, there's always that issue that everyone has. I don't know if everyone has it, but it's like these are supposed to be for kids, ostensibly, I guess. But everyone takes stuff too seriously and it becomes too adult. But as an adult, I'd rather them be this way. So I don't have an issue with it. But I understand everyone's like, oh, another like dour, sad Batman. But I mean, if it's a good movie, it's a good movie. Like, what are you going to do?
Well, with a dour, sad Batman.
But Batman's sad anyways. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
look at the
I think
animated
I think
series.
the issue happens when it's Superman, who is not supposed to be dour
Yeah.
and sad. And when that movie is a bummer, that's when everyone's like, well, what the fuck? Like, everyone's just trying... Everything, like, post-Christopher Nolan is, like, a serious,
Yeah.
nitty-gritty version of whatever that story is supposed to be. So I think that's where that Superman pushback came from, was like a super sad, super angsty Superman, which people were not used to. But with Batman, I think it works fine.
Well, so are you saying that Christopher Nolan's Batman was not dark and sad? Like, not like
No.
Matt Reeves.
He
but-
just
No,
he
that
let
Batman
it.
is dark and sad, and that kind of brought about like a change in like the comic culture.
Okay.
Because you have the Marvel culture, which is like super fun, snappy
Silly,
dialogue, Iron Man style, bright, red, colorful. And literally later that same year, right? Iron Man and The Dark Knight came out
Yeah.
the same year. Even though there was Batman Begins before that. But anyway, but like that whole like a sea change of like darker noir style superhero movies.
I think the movie that kind of brought it back to what it was Shazam. It was more fun,
Right. Yeah. Shazam was. I actually liked Shazam.
Yeah.
When I saw it, it was enjoyable. But that's the thing. So Shazam is fun, upbeat. I hear the Flash is going to be dark, sad,
That's, that's what I'm saying.
and obviously this Batman is dark, sad.
Like Batman versus Superman was
dark,
and
sad.
Yeah.
And he fucking dies. Superman dies. Well, he dies temporarily.
But then like Wonder Woman was
Horrible.
Well, no, the first one.
First one was great.
Super good. Mm-hmm. Serious-ish, but still
had
fun.
some silly.
Which is actually a hard thing to do because if it's about a World War I movie, like the saddest of all wars, like or the most bummerest of all wars.
Yeah.
Still to have like a fun, exciting movie was actually a good job.
Yeah, we don't talk about Wonder Woman 1984.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
1984.
84, okay.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and I've seen
Faces of Death
and or committed murders.
I've been convicted. Like that movie was so bad. I remember talking to somebody about it. I'm like, hey, in the trailer, she wears that like gold uniform or the gold costume that she wears for 2 minutes, and it's
the
just
costume that
off.
means nothing,
Yeah.
absolutely nothing except for pictures.
That she can fly. She can legitimately fly now, and then without that costume, now she can just ride lightning with her whip.
Did you guys watch it in theater?
No,
God, no.
Because it came out. This was like COVID.
Oh no, HBO.
Yeah, it was HBO
Yeah.
Max. Yeah, they had it for a month.
I think that was like the first big like HBO Max premiered, and that
probably.
was like one of the first.
I hear HBO Max is doing real fucking good.
Yeah.
Like
They
when
have everything on there. Like, oh my
do.
god.
It's great. It's fucking great. But anyway, so
I mean, sorry, to get back to the like upsetting stupid powers, it just came to me. There was, I can't remember what volume, or it was an X-Men comic that I had, but all the X-Men were like, let's go get, I don't know, Magneto. So everyone was like,
sorry.
so the shot in the panels was everyone like flying to get to where they're supposed to go. But, you know, like only half the X-Men fly, right? And some of the
See
guys.
Wolverine running.
Well, that was the issue.
Or
Like
hanging
they
on to
had
someone.
Wolverine like kind of horizontal.
Was
Like,
he hovering?
well, he's not flying. Like he doesn't fly. So what is this? Like it literally did make sense. Because you know, like I don't know, what do you get a fucking rogue holding two guys by the collar? Like, all right,
Yeah.
guys, here we go.
She's strong. She could probably.
She just
can
takes
have-
off her glove and touch Colossus, and
She knows she has strength either way because she took it from Captain or Ms. Marvel.
But I mean, she'd be in fucking Storm would be flying away, and there's fucking Colossus and Wolverine. Like, we'll be right here, guys.
Colossus. Hey, we will be
here.
What is? Can you pick me up or no? Hello.
I will do it not my metal way. So he's just the
Metal
man.
is very dense. What can I say?
But Rogue could easily carry the bolt. I mean, you can have literally Colossus standing on Rogue's back as she's flying, and it would not affect.
But then
her
I
at
guess
all.
like, as you know, art wise, it'd be kind of like just two guys just hanging down,
just holding it by their
like
necks.
two puppies.
I mean,
their arms
hanging by the
dangling.
tuft of like a cat, just pulling by the fucking skin.
Wolverine is like what, 5'5"?
He's tiny, yeah, if that,
5'3"?
if that, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah, she'd be leaning to one side because Colossus is fucking 800
And
pounds. or
Colossus
whatever.
just isn't metal. He's a human.
Oh, yeah,
he could
sorry,
change
yeah.
into the metal, so he could just be whatever. I do think that's funny visualizing that. Thinking of someone riding her like a surfboard, and the other one she's just carrying, like holding, and the guy's like, and then she has to fly like 6 hours away,
Dude.
just hanging there the whole time. I'm getting pretty cold down here, Rogue, and you got little Wolvie fucking being upset. Anyway, I would say too, I like the way these characters were. A little dark, a little grittier. Even though Jim Carrey did great as a Riddler, like I think he was really there hasn't been many iterations of the Riddler, but I think he did best when it comes to how the character really was in the cartoon, in how he was in the comics and stuff. I mean, those movies though were very campy. When it was Tim Burton's weren't really campy, but who were Bruckheimer?
Joel Schumacher.
Yes.
Yes.
Did the next two, and that he just leaned into that
went,
campy
yeah.
hard.
You know who sucked? Bane sucked.
Bane had like nothing
Like,
to do with anything in that
what?
movie. Like that was very upsetting. And Bane's character, I think that was introduced in that movie. I might be mistaken.
He's in
Batman
and Robin?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
he's in
introduced in that, and then they brought him into the comics and stuff. I thought it was that.
Wait, so he's not even in the comic books?
No, he
before
was
that?
he was in the animated series.
So then it was animated series first.
Yeah.
Then
Who broke Batman's back?
Well, Bane did. Oh, you're right. But I think Lewis is right then.
No, Harley Quinn was introduced
In the cartoons.
In the animated series.
Mr. J. I can't do her voice
J.
still. Hey, that was my impersonation. That was
J.
my
That's
one
pretty good.
impersonation. Mr. J.
That's not terrible.
No. So with this movie though, again, I keep hitting this microphone, and I'm not even making sound effects. So
This episode is already off the rails.
yeah, we have Lewis here that's throwing off everything with a mic test that took 45 minutes. Sorry.
Someone's gassy. It's probably me.
Yeah,
It's all the
Little
beans
funky
we
in
ate.
here. Oh yeah,
we did have
that was
pretty
fucking super tasty.
Yeah, Luis for our brunch, he made us like a chilaquiles. Did I say that right, or did I just butcher the Spanish language?
We're just gonna
That's all right.
steamroll straight through
We'll
it.
just go right over that.
Yeah.
But it was more of like a
Be cool, real cool
tostada
to call them
chilaquiles.
chilaquiles.
Yeah.
Because you're hip.
That shit slapped, bro. Like the kids say, the youngins, as they say.
The youths.
But it was really
SLAP.
good. It was really good. And then he made some mimosas, and he made me a Moscow Mule to drink at like 10:30 in the morning, which I got a little dizzy with because he had a heavy pour.
Yeah.
But it was worth it.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
Well,
it
you
is.
use the jig. It's the jigger, right? Is that
Jigger,
thing's called?
yeah.
And it has like the...
The measurements.
Yeah.
One's 1 ounce and the other one's 1.5. I gave
Looks
him
like
two.
you used the
You
one.
gave him
Yeah,
two
you
of
gave
the
the big
one-
one.
Yeah.
The regular shots.
That's at least 6 shots.
Are we cool?
Are we cool?
As he's pouring, and then he not only used those, then he just poured a little more on top too.
Yeah. He does a thing where he has it kind of turned and is still pouring into the glass as it's...
That's about right.
it's
That's
all
about right. Yeah, that's good. It's like the video I told you. I don't think you guys have seen it. Why is my eyes so itchy? It was the woman that was making it was like a smoothie or something. Like she said, yeah, this requires 2 shots, and she just held the liquor. It was just blah, 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 and it was filling up. That was not 2 shots. Like
No.
that bitch just likes to get turned. Anyway, what about costumes? We're like in comparison, what you know of what the Riddler looks like, and what Batman is Batman. You can't really modify that too much. And how Catwoman looks, she just wore a beanie with holes in it. But like, what'd you think of the costumes?
I mean, literally the only part that I don't like in any of the costumes is the little bit of fabric that goes across Selina's face. Just that.
That's what I'm saying. She with the beanie, like her eye holes were very big. That even if you look at her, I'm like, hey, that looks like Selina Kyle.
Like, it's you.
Yeah, but like with at least Bruce Wayne, 3/4 of his face is covered.
Yeah.
But so costumes besides Selina Kyle, was there anything else?
Batman's costume looks good. His mask
The leather or whatever
looks kind of leathery. I'm like, I don't know about those
that was
headshots.
my concern too, because when he's getting punched, right?
Yeah.
If he's just wearing leather,
Or shot at.
that too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's going to absorb a little bit because that's the point of leather, right? So motorcyclists and all that shit will wear it because it's
Whatever.
okay. But like that's the only. And then he has the Kevlar or whatever he has on his actual suit to get shot at. But if someone shoots him in the head, he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like there's no blocking that shit unless he has a
I
very.
mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Like, you can get shot in the mouth.
That's
How
true,
many he's
too.
wearing, he's screwed either way. But
That's true,
fine.
too.
But the costume looked cool.
What about taking off the bat emblem on his chest? And he was
that's
cutting stuff
cool.
with it.
That's just
fun.
utility.
Yeah,
That's
it's
just
really what it is. When he can't reach this, he can just reach this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There's a toothpick in there. There's some nail clippers.
Yeah.
It all,
there's bat toothpaste.
there's a compass
Yeah.
and a little
Bat
flint
fist.
for starting fires if he's ever in the woods.
Bat flint.
Yeah.
That's good. Anything bat is what you would call it. What
A
is
bat pick.
Yeah, what did they
Bat
call
flint.
it in the Marvel? It was Ant-Man. Did you guys just put quantum in front of everything? It was like quantum tunnel, quantum travel. Yeah. Anyway, so anything else?
Riddler is scary. I mean, Riddler looks like the Zodiac.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
that
I
too.
think that's kind of the whole point.
Like that, what was that scene in the Zodiac where he kills a couple by the,
At the
river?
beach. Yeah. At the
Is
lake,
it-
whatever.
Yeah, lake, yeah. Like that.
Yeah, he
He
looks
was
like
wearing all black, right? Yeah.
Did he have glasses on too?
over his thing.
Yeah.
I don't
think not Zodiac.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, I like the costumes a lot.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they didn't keep with because Nolan's did it too. It was more modern Batman.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, what's his name again? Schumacher.
Schumacher.
He kept the old style. I mean, I know that's how the animated series come out and stuff, but like even the Batman comics wasn't like that. But they kind of stuck with the animated series how that looked.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. Tim Burton's also looked like that too. So I think they kind of kept that through theirs. And luckily, when Nolan brought it on there, you see Lamborghinis and all modern vehicles and stuff. So I'm glad that this one was the same way. And yeah, the Riddler was spooky. Like it was like I think they said it when he had his forums. He had like his Discord channel, or whatever the fuck he had.
Yeah.
When the guys were like, "Oh, here's where you can get that." It was like a hunting mat or something along those lines. But that was an interesting take on that because he was on social media. So really, he was, as some might even say, an influencer. And
Yeah.
like the Riddler was an influencer
Yeah.
of mayhem.
In the worst way, but yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Like he had his following, which were, I mean, for all intents and purposes,
He
bunch
gives a
of
number,
fucking
right?
losers.
Huh?
Like 500 or something like that, or 5,000.
For what, followers?
Followers?
They say it. I can't remember what the number.
I
was.
do.
It
Believe
wasn't
they
that
do,
big,
too.
but it's
it was because the video they're like, oh, it's only been seen by this many people because it was the last one, but it was
Locked.
private. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
locked, so you had to know the password to it. But when you think about those people that were at that convention center, there's maybe 20 max.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was a long fight.
Give or take. It was a long fight, and that last scene too. I mean, that was a good scene. Like when he's up there by himself.
Well,
fighting.
that's kind of the sad part about the movie, and I think Matt Reeves even talked about it. Like they were writing this movie in like 2017 or so, And then as it got closer to the release, like it becomes more and more plausible or more and more true.
Yeah.
Like if you watch any of those like right wing, not even right, just kind of conservative like conventions, and the guys, they're talking their same bullshit as they always do. And there was one where some guy in the crowd even talks, is like, "Hey man, we're talking about these people that are trying to steal our government from us. Like, when are we taking up arms? Like, I'm ready to do like," and being serious about it. Like, there's no fucking joke.
When he's in the church.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well,
I mean, just in real life,
yeah.
like the art's imitating life, now imitating art. Like it's just this loop of insanity that is just getting worse by the day.
And that's the other thing too. It's like, you think the Capitol riot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All those fucking losers. Okay, they're not losers. They're idiots. And they're losers. But, like...
Brandon, they're not losers. They're fucking losers.
There it is. That they, like, the same mentality, right? We got to get our government back at any which way. And they're breaking down the doors, pushing their ways in. I mean, that one woman was killed there. Like, she got shot trying to jump through the window and stuff. Or the door or whatever. But, like, apparently they want to take it into their own hands, right?
Yeah.
So they want to make the world... That's
literally
works for them.
So this is the problem I have with the Joker as a movie,
because he creates straight mayhem. He's all about chaos.
Yeah, but that's like, and maybe it's just like a fundamental failing in that movie to me. Like, I don't see any charisma or any reason to follow the Joker other than he kills the bad guys in the subway, right? And everyone thinks like, he's taking the city back. Mm-hmm. But when he's on TV, like, you should have sympathy for him. There's no sense of purpose for the Joker. But for some reason, when he comes out, everyone's like, "Oh, the Joker! All hail the Joker!"
Are we talking about the Joker with Joaquin?
With Joaquin.
Okay,
yeah.
I never actually saw that.
So, okay, good. Well, so in the end, though, like he's starting a whole movement as well. But I'm like, I don't see any draw to this movement at all, or any reason anyone should be following. Whereas the Riddler, like, it definitely taps into that, like, conspiracy might, like, taking our city back.
That,
like,
but also the people that are like him, like he was an orphan and stuff like that, and to grow up from nothing, and like, look at all this corruption, look at what your people that are supposed to be in charge of helping you have done. So obviously the people that are like, on the
fringe,
right, that they're not wealthy or they're barely getting by, of course they're gonna be upset about it. Like, these people are making millions of dollars off of this shit, and yet I'm here barely getting by.
He taps into like that frustration, like,
which is like, what, I don't know. I don't want to go on a limb here and talk, like, you're talking about politics, but you look at, Trump, on how he would talk to people that are in the, what's that called, in that middle area, like the blue collar people, how they work hard 12-hour days, and he's like, I'm gonna do all this for you guys, and what the fuck did he do for any of those people? Sorry, I did a noise.
Actually, maybe that makes Joker even more true than I thought, because Joker didn't do a goddamn thing to earn his following, and neither did Trump. So maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know.
But in the beginning of the movie, they started explaining about the whole issue with the trash. You know how it was like there was like these killer rats or whatever, but they never mention it again. You just see the trash all over the city. But that's no reason to
I just don't like them.
Anarchy.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you're not taking out my trash. You know what? Let's fight back. Let's fucking start some fires and shit. Let's kill some people. That's not right. I don't want people saying,
like I said, maybe I missed something in that movie, but it just didn't resonate with me. So it's fine.
Sure.
Trash.
This movie, I understood it.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, but I understand.
Right. And the Riddler fucked some shit up.
Hell yeah.
Like,
he does,
when all that water came in, like, potentially,
I mean, he kind of
lots
wins,
people
right?
Oh, he absolutely wins.
Like,
everything was accomplished that he said he was going to do. Yes, he goes to jail, but then you have Batman at the end, all muddy, still helping people get out of the Coliseum or whatever it is, and it was accomplished.
Like, literally, the only thing he doesn't accomplish is getting Batman on his side. He's like, I thought we were partners in this whole thing.
But that's the other thing. He knows who he is. Now, granted, Batman didn't admit it.
No, he doesn't.
Well, he was saying, like, Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, but they lead you to believe. Yeah. The movie leads you to believe, but he doesn't know that he's
Bruce Wayne as one of his targets.
No,
that's
but then when Batman was in the
jail?
Interrogation and stuff like that, he was talking like he knows who he was. You're both shaking your heads, so I think I'm still right, but it's not a majority of this.
Well, I mean, they keep it fairly ambiguous, so maybe he put two and two together.
Because I thought Riddler knew who he was, even in the video games, even in the comics. Riddler figured out who he was.
That bomb that goes off, Joker. The bomb that goes off that almost kills Alfred was meant for Bruce Wayne.
I know that. But that's why I thought by the time, so Batman goes to the jail, right? Mm-hmm. Riddler's already been caught, and Batman's still a little cranky because like because Alfred got hurt. But like, again, I thought, you're saying no,
now
so
we're
it's
mixing
fine.
it up. Does that happen before or after the explosion?
After.
After.
Okay.
So
I could have swore he says like, "Oh, we didn't get Bruce." Like he's the one victim.
I might not have caught that then. I thought he was saying.
And he keeps on repeating it, and they focus on Batman when he keeps on repeating it, and it kind of like insinuating like Batman's gonna crack and say something, but he doesn't. He just like.
He doesn't mask his voice at all. He's like, "Hi, I'm Robert. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Bruce. Hi, I'm Batman. Like, what's up? Anyway.
I'm Vengeance. Grr.
Grr, like in fucking Sideways.
That's the sound bats make, right? Grr.
Whatever the fuck. Sorry, Lewis.
No, go ahead.
That's the bat, right?
That's bad. Sounds like a dying cow, like some kind of water buffalo dying.
Sounds like a fart.
Or that too. Well, I don't know. That's the cheeks hitting.
I thought I was trying to do the fluttering of the wings.
Actually, bats, there's a lot of them in my area. Like, I'll be playing basketball at night, and you're just like as they're flying around, and people think they're birds. Like, the birds are asleep, motherfucker. This is the bats coming out now. And they're just swooping kind of low. Like, they're maybe 20 feet, 30 feet above us. Because they don't give a fuck. They're trying to get them bugs. Yeah. Anyway.
Bats are good.
They are. Yeah, they help out. Yeah. Just like spiders.
Spiders do.
Spiders help out.
I mean, ticks can go fuck themselves.
Correct. So can hornets and wasps.
Yeah.
Those two fuckers do nothing for nobody. What else? Potato bugs. Those things are ugly.
I mean, they're ugly, but do they serve a function in the soil? I don't know.
Here's what they service, or here's what they serve: the sole of my foot with the crunch. And let me tell you, there was one time when I was younger that one of those fuckers came out, and this sounds gross. I wasn't wearing shoes, and I had to just get it done, and I just and I crushed it. It was like,
did you crush him like through the toes, like
no,
Uma Thurman with the eye, or with at least?
It was more like the ball of my foot and like the middle area, but it was. I did that and I was like I just wanted to throw up.
You heard like the
and it just and so hopefully the people that are listening now are getting bummed out because potato bugs are quite large.
Yeah.
Like those things are, I would say, like 1.5 inches, 2 inches long.
I don't know, man.
Maybe a little longer.
Pretty
they look
thick.
like big, like termites. Just
Yes.
big, juicy termites is what they look like. But they are.
Timon and Pumbaa would love them.
Yeah, they would devour those things all day because Akuna Matata.
Yeah.
See, you talk about me making noise, motherfucker, and you do it all the goddamn time.
Well,
You
no,
hear
I'm
you.
doing.
You started-
I'm
you.
doing the actual
Started
sound
doing
effects.
the
You
flapping
do it
butt
like.
cheeks.
You hear you.
Flapping
Let's
butt
hear the butt
cheeks.
cheeks again.
Go. The airy ones.
Well, now I forgot. What was I trying to do?
You're trying to talk like
a bat?
No, you're trying to talk like I lost the joke. The joke's gone now.
Okay,
But it was gonna
that's
be.
fine. Let's get.
What's her fucking name for 2020?
Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
Barbara Walters.
Baba Wawa. I'm Baba Walters. Anyhow, so yeah, costumes. I greatly enjoyed them. This movie was very dark. It was quite gritty. PG-13 though.
So I'm getting a lot of 7 from this movie. Correct.
Yeah, I could see
Like
that.
literally, Riddler's
Yep.
apartment is John Doe's apartment, right? Mm-hmm. All raining constantly,
Yeah.
right? Turning himself into the police essentially, like it's.
Yeah. He pretty much set himself up to get caught. I mean, he's shooting Falcone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shooting Falcone, and it's funny because he gets shot, and they think that it was Cabo.
Like it's part of the plan, right? To get arrested.
Yeah.
At the end?
But they think, was it the?
Yeah.
Okay. So they think it's Penguin at first, and he's like, I didn't shoot nothing, which I really like.
Forget
Colin Farrell.
about it.
I really like Colin Farrell as the Penguin.
That was
Like,
amazing.
he was great. He wasn't in it a lot, but like for the time that he was in it,
Was he not?
I didn't think he. I think Max was in that for like maybe 8 minutes.
Okay.
Really?
I would think so because the first
I feel
time
like we're
we
just
talked to him,
disagreeing
They
with
show him
everything
on-
you're saying, but yeah, it's
They
fine.
show him on all the club scenes.
correct.
Yeah.
So he gets that initial talk to, and that was like maybe a 2-minute scene, and then he has
funeral.
the like 20 seconds that he's like shooting at Batman when he's outside the warehouse, and then he wasn't at the funeral.
Yeah.
Oh, he
there.
was for a second. You're right. He was.
Yeah.
He
But
was
he's
with-
just there.
Yeah.
But Bruce talks to Falcone.
Correct. And
That's
then
a
there's the car scene. And then they interview him a little bit at the end. He's like, la, because like speaking Spanish and stuff like that. But I think he did great though.
Yeah.
He doesn't even look like Colin Farrell. Doesn't sound like Colin Farrell, which it's the kind of actor he is, right? Anytime he's ever done anything, he's always brought it to. He's one of those actors where I've said it to Mike. There's a few people where I'm like, no matter what you see him in, like Paul Giamatti is one of them too to me. No matter how shitty the movie is, whatever, they fucking bring that shit. Prime example for Giamatti is Shoot 'Em Up. But like Colin Farrell, Daredevil, like he fucking brought that shit hard as Bullseye, and I liked it a lot. And it's funny because unfortunately in the screenshots I've seen of his
that
sex
movie
tape,
sucks.
he still has that bullseye on his head, like they left it on there for his sex tape. I was like, all right, buddy, come on, you couldn't just take that off if you're gonna make some kind of video with somebody. You fucking dingus. Anyway, so they at the end of this movie, they clearly introduce in a way the Joker, but they don't identify him in the credits. They call him like cell or like not cellmate,
something
but,
like that.
Yeah, like prison inmate number 1. But I said to Mike in the theater, they're communicating, right? They're communicating, right? Like between their cells.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think they're gonna allow that in like an asylum like that, for them to just communicate and talk and probably pass notes to one another. But does that mean at the next movie, assuming Matt Reeves does the next one, which I believe that's already set,
You make $800 million, you're going to make a second one.
800 million total, right? That was worldwide.
Whatever, I don't know.
Because I think Spider-Man just barely passed 800 million domestic.
Yeah.
Which by that itself, holy fucking shit. I haven't even seen Spider-Man yet.
Me neither.
What the fuck? I know.
It's really good.
And I'm a fucking Marvel fan.
Actually, how did you feel? Is this the first movie you have seen in the theater since the start of the pandemic?
Yeah.
Wow, I forced you.
You did. And I'll hold that against you. Because if I get sick, well, that's already been a
I
week,
get sick too.
But, well, Mike and I, when we saw it, we were on the very far end. And the closest person to us was maybe a row behind us, but like in the middle.
Yeah, something like
and
that.
then there's somebody on the very end of our row on the other side, but still, it was pretty.
I do
empty.
like going to the movies where it's nice and spaced out and everything.
Yeah.
It's real nice.
Yeah, because I even though the movie made a lot of money over in the theaters, like I still think people are still kind of taking that precaution, because even if I was going to get seats and stuff, I would still get like a chair or two gap, and then just cancel those chairs, just so that way there could be that. Because one chair, that's fine. That's like what, 2 feet. But to get like 5, that's fine. I know it's 6 feet.
Well, I mean, we just saw it 2 weeks into release already, so it wasn't as crowded.
Oh yeah, was that 2 weeks?
Something like that, right?
Okay. Because we saw it last week.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
When it come out March 3rd or something like that?
No, mid-March.
Okay.
The movie?
Oh, no, the second week of... No, first week?
Yeah, turn towards that microphone, Lewis. Talk
March
straight.
6th.
Although it's not fair to you guys because I know you're sitting next to each other and I'm looking at both of you, so I know
Yeah.
we should have had you a little more that way, so that way you could look at both of us. Anyway, do friends come to you, Lewis? I know probably not Mike as much because he wasn't heavy in the comics and video games. And everything. I know you.
March
dabbled.
4th. I was right. Thank you guys.
Okay,
whatever.
I know Mike dabbled in video games and all
2
that
days
stuff,
away.
but you buy comic books, you do that kind of, you play the video games, Lewis. So, do friends come to you to talk to you about these movies?
No, but when people start talking about the movies, I start explaining things, and they're like, "Oh, really?
Well, actually, he says that a lot.
yeah."
Well, okay, because I have friends that'll come to me too. Like even
Yeah.
my dad will talk to me. My friend in Ohio, like, had text me like, "What did you think of the Batman?" And I was like, I mean, I don't want to, I hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But like I'd seen enough because technically I saw some of like illegal like stuff, but I just kind of looked it up just to see like it wasn't any plot loops or anything or plot holes. But I just looked it up to see what the quality was on the app. But yeah, it's I do like that people come to me. Even Mike sometimes will ask me questions about that kind of stuff. Like, hey, but something that I brought up before we started recording was Selena Kyle. Like I thought for this movie they made Falcone her father. And I when they first said that in the comic in the movie, I leaned to Mike. I was like, I don't think that's canon because I don't remember her ever being related to Falcone. And then when I looked it up online or just a moment ago, it does say something different. So do you think that now will like still change it in movies for just the movies? But do you think something like that will change now for the comics?
I mean,
What? Why?
Well, why not?
sometimes they start, extending or
What's it called when they
Retcon?
Yeah, they retcon shit. So like,
I mean, they might like. Does it really concern you that much, though? Is what I'm saying.
yes.
yeah, as a comic, I see that. To be fair, I wasn't huge on DC. I was mostly Marvel, Marvel, Image, and Fireman Press because Fireman Press had neither of you. Scud, the disposable assassin.
Wow.
Okay. Anyway, so and that's one of my favorite comics. I greatly liked it.
You would have been able to put any amount of money in front of me, and I still would not have been able to guess that. Not even remotely close.
That's why you're the worst.
Silver Surfer.
Well,
That would have been my guess.
I mean, that's Marvel, but it's okay.
I know. It's,
Anyway.
it's purposely a
I don't
bad
like
guess.
your stuff. So, Lewis. So yeah, you said people don't come to you, but if you hear people talking about it, you'll chime in.
Yeah.
Okay, that's reasonable. I mean, you don't want to come out full nerd, right?
No.
Okay, I get
For
it.
sure.
Yeah, like you and I don't.
Likes a little dusting of nerd, not
Yeah.
full on
Yeah,
entree nerd.
He's like the topping. He's like the coconut shavings that you'd put on top of some kind of dessert. But like
the little cheese on the Caesar salad that they just. That's enough.
the Parmesan.
The Parmesan.
Yeah, too much. Take it back. And okay.
Could you grab like 3 strips and pull them off? Thank you.
Yeah, but I do kind of like being that sort of resource, but I still, like you had said too before we started recording, is that you'll watch those videos after and stuff like that of like the references,
like the details and stuff.
Yeah, like things you might have missed, and I watch those as well. Like I'll watch, like Hawkeye was the last Marvel series that I watched, and I would watch after each episode like the Emergency Awesome or I don't like New Rock Stars.
Why?
That guy is too much. Eric Voss?
Yeah.
Like, he's too fucking much.
Really?
Now,
Why? Because
he's
like back-to-back? Like
No. I think he's just too...
energetic?
Yes. I was going to say charismatic even, but I don't know if he's charismatic. Yeah. But he's just too like, hey guys, Eric Voss. I'm just like, ugh. When I'm more like, I like the guy that's like, he's telling you the information, but he's not like super pumped. Like, do you ever watch Red Letter Media, which they do their reviews? It's the three guys from Wisconsin.
No.
Okay, so they do reviews on movies and stuff as well, but they're like, they'll make jokes kind of like we are, but they're recording it as video.
Oh, okay.
But they have a lot of really good banter. But the one I watch, Emergency Awesome, the guy's like Australian, maybe British. But the other one is that I like, it's like the guy's, it's like he's working in a Blockbuster. I always forget the name of his. I like his a lot though. Even though he doesn't get as many watches as New Rock Stars and shit like that. But I like his shit a little better because he has silliness to it.
Yeah.
Like at the very beginning of his thing, it's like, warning, spoilers. And there's a picture of a fucking spoiler for a car. And I laughed so hard because obviously that's just being silly. But like, I like him a lot better than the New Rock Stars people. But I do utilize that still as a resource. Like, I didn't remember that. Or I didn't do this.
Very detailed.
Oh, yeah. Too detailed. Like, it'll be... literally, hey, episode just came out at 6 o'clock and they're out by 8 and like, with like 30 minutes of content.
This is extremely like nerdy. Like,
hard. So I don't know if they get to see these episodes a lot sooner than everybody else. Maybe they do have a connect at Disney or whatever it is, but like those things are out within 2 hours.
VPN?
I mean, that's possible, but that's weird. So I tried to use a VPN. Oh, you know what? I think what it was because I tried to use a VPN for Peacemaker. Yeah. Because I want to see the finale. Did you like Peacemaker?
Yeah, it's good.
It's fucking real good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mike. I know you don't like Cena. Peacemaker's really fucking good.
He just can't.
You just have two people now.
Fucking can't not bring it up.
They show his butt cheeks.
They do. You see his butt the very first fucking episode. And Cena, I mean, as Mike and I discussed, like Cena will go for it. In that bicycle movie, right? The little short with Andy Samberg and stuff like that. He's lifting the dude, and the dude's dick was like right near his face. He didn't give a shit. That's the commitment that you get with Cena. Dun, 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 dun. That's his song. Yeah, you can't see, motherfucker. So you guys can't see what Mike looks like right now. He looks visually upset. Anyway, so I tried to watch Peacemaker early.
I just want to try to remember this moment right
where
now.
Where Luis and I were bonding more?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that, and then like in, I'd say like 4.5 years, where it comes out that he like murdered 6 kids and they're buried.
Or he's eating people.
In his basement.
Yeah.
He's like Army Hammer eating people.
Yeah, Army Hammer those kids.
Want you guys just remember this time where I knew it just it's in my cells.
Didn't he make like a firefighter movie with like little kids?
Cena?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Well, not about firefighter, but he was like a...
yeah, he was like a firefighter in the movie.
I don't know.
What are we talking about? I don't know what
Cena, like
John
he did
Cena movie.
Okay.
What?
No, I don't know. Didn't John Cena make a movie where he was like
a firefighter and he was taking care of little kids?
Okay. Well, Mike doesn't like Cena, so it's whatever. So I was trying to use the VPN.
Also, like how I hate him so much, even though he does like make a wish for like a bajillion kids like every year. Like he gives so much of his time. And that fucking piece of shit.
I know. There was one that got me where it was like the kid was talking to him in a video and he's like, hey, my mom had like cancer or something like that. And I told her to be like Cena.
Wear more jean shorts.
Yeah,
she would have lived.
More jorts, please. No, she did live.
Okay.
But he was like, I told my mom like you got to be strong like John Cena in this, and she beat the cancer, and so Cena like was starting to cry, and then the kid and the mom like burst through like this background, and then they all hugged and shit. I was like, man, and it was a thing like that. Like I don't know about Make a Wish, but just like
he seems like a great guy. Yeah.
Yeah, truly. Yeah.
We're all gonna be shocked when he gets arrested.
Yeah,
that's all I'm trying to say, folks.
I get it, and that's what I was gonna get to too. Besides the VPN, I tried to watch it, and it was Pacific Standard Time. And I was like, well, fuck, no shit, I can't find it early because it comes out 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh. So anyway, is that Elizabeth Holmes? Not to change subject real quick, but how when she was early on in her Theranos thing, everybody's like, she's got it, like she's the one. And then it comes out that she's a fraud, and they're immediately like, she's a fraud. What a piece of shit. But like everybody going into it is like, yeah. But then obviously when you find out, so yeah, that could easily happen with Cena. Cena's the best. Murdered 6 kids and buried their bodies
early on in his career.
Yeah, and then
Mexico.
How quickly people will turn on him.
We should have known when he buried that dog alive.
when he chained it to a chained it to an axle in the backyard, and then buried it, and then lit the ground on fire. Oh dear!
Yeah, had that.
You can't see me.
And the cops get there. He starts waving his hand around. Hey, what are you doing? Shoot him! Take him down! And they just light him up. But okay, so back to Batman. I'm sorry.
Oh, what I was gonna say is that I preferred the deleted scene as opposed to what they left in the movie for the Joker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know there's a deleted scene.
Yeah.
You saw it online already. So
Yeah.
then, what was the difference?
There's more dialogue between Batman. They show more of his character. You know, he does his laughter a little bit better than the movie. You know.
So the Joker meets Batman.
Yeah.
In the Batman.
Yeah. They took it out.
Kind of like a Clarice and Hannibal Lecter, right? He uses him as a resource, as a crazy person.
So he hands him over a file. He kind of
So
goes
you actually
over.
see the Joker in this.
Yeah.
They released this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
Fucking damn your room, Luis. Your jumps it over. Anyway, I didn't know that. So you saw two?
Yeah.
You piece of shit. All right.
I thought the first.
It's really good.
Search Batman. It's the fucking first thing that comes up on YouTube.
Right on your
what do you want
feed.
me to do? I don't look at everything.
All right, well.
Anyhow. Okay, so with this movie, what else do you guys want to talk about? I've kind of asked my questions. And...
Oh, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Okay. I like
I was saying. No, I'm just kidding.
I like
All right, thanks for listening, everybody. And go ahead, go Lewis, I promise.
No, I like the fact that throughout the whole movie, you're watching it, and obviously, Batman influences these people,
Right.
like the Riddler, and they're thinking that they're like Batman, they're fighting crime, and that's when Batman realizes, like, oh crap, what am I doing?
But like these people are getting killed. He's not killing
anyone.
anyone.
No, but he's still influencing them to
Sure.
like dress up, go out there, stop crime,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does question himself, like a little bit, like through the movie, like is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I
making
mean,
a
the very
difference?
beginning, he says, I've been doing this 2 years or something like that. Crime is up. But it's almost like his entire like thoughts of how the Batman should operate almost change in the movie. So initially he's thinking, vengeance, like getting back at being in the shadows, which actually is effective because at the beginning you have those guys doing the crimes and they're looking like at a dark hallway, like, is the Batman there?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
That was good.
So it's effective in that regard, but
They're still doing the crimes.
yeah, overall, it's not working like on a grand scale. But once at the end of the movie, like once he's in the light
And he's helping
people, like this is a different direction he can go, like bring hope to Gotham instead of
Instead of
a
punching
force of
cops.
vengeance, instead of like
Punching cops.
I was like, and everybody he beats up too, like it's like just 900 punches in the face. Like
I do like when he punched Jeffrey Wright too. He's like, you could have pulled that punch a little bit there. Could have pulled that punch, vengeance.
Like
This movie
every-
should have just been called The Vengeance.
Yeah.
Is what
like every bad guy's beaten up is just the person who murdered his parents. Like, this I'm gonna get you.
I think in the original story for Batman, the person that killed his parents was Joker. No.
They always change it.
Wasn't it like
I don't know, dude.
Joe Cool or some shit like that? Why am I
Camel.
thinking of?
Joe Camel. Are we doing a cigarette ad? Yeah, today's episode is brought to you by Camel
Joe.
Lights. I thought it was Joker, but because maybe I'm thinking of the Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
Is
would
what it
make
is.
Joker like 20 years older than Bruce.
Okay.
I guess that's fine.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, I think of everyone as like contemporaries.
Sure.
but,
Or it could even be like a.
Well, I mean, in the
early
Frank
20s.
Miller comic book, they're the same age, I think, right?
I haven't read the Frank Miller one in a long time.
Yeah.
That was Dark Knight.
They're
what,
both
about
old.
that, what about that comic where they're brothers? Not just.
I mean, you never know. I mean, if Austin Powers and Dr. Evil can be
And the Joker, that's what they insinuated.
Did they?
Yeah.
That
That's
Bruce
right.
Wayne-
they
Bruce Wayne's
do,
dad.
huh?
Yeah.
Another reason I fucking hate that movie.
I didn't know you actually hated that movie.
I did not like that movie at all.
Oh.
I liked it.
I was looking forward to it too. And that's just
It was good.
not-
I mean, it did well, so I think that's why they're planning to make another one. But what else can you do? I don't like it. Anyway.
all you got to do is just fucking rip off Taxi Driver, and all of a sudden you get a fucking Oscar. It's bullshit.
Oh, that's right. Joaquin did win that, huh? That piece of shit. That, no.
Oh, I'm cool with Joaquin. I'm totally cool with Joaquin.
How do you like that last scene, though?
Well, How does it end?
Well,
on
no,
top
not,
of the
not the last
taxis?
scene when he's Robert De Niro's character is interviewing him.
Shot in the head.
Oh, on the show
Yeah.
when he shoots him, it's terrible.
No.
Well, no, I mean the scene is fine, the acting is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Although Robert's kind of weird, but that as the inspiration for the revolution or whatever, that's where it loses me.
But if you think about it, at the end of the movie, they make it seem like it was all in his head, like he made it all up. You get me? Like this whole movie that you just watched, it was all made up.
Well, the relationship is all made up.
Yeah.
Him and
With the girl.
Well,
Zosie Betts, whatever her name is. Whatever her name is.
I like her a lot.
Zuzi?
I just call her Domino.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Because she was in
That's right.
Deadpool. Yeah.
So, whatever that movie.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you had. Yeah. I like that this literally tapered off because you. Whatever.
It's just
John Cena.
John
the
Cena.
Joker.
Why is this the everything Mike hates hour?
We're going to talk about animated movies. We're going to talk so this movie, I greatly liked it. I would say even liked it in comparison to the other Batman movies, like the Nolan.
I like it as like a starting off point of a new Batman. I mean, hoping at least a trilogy.
Okay.
Like them together with Robert as Batman. I can see 3 of these movies.
Well,
I think they are.
I mean, that would be. I mean, that's probably the projection of it. Like, since this did so well,
Right.
like, okay, let's get them signed on for.
It's almost exciting because if we think of this as a trilogy as opposed to the Dark Knight trilogy, if this is the Batman Begins, I'm excited to see the Dark Knight of this iteration.
If anything, this movie started off more like how the Dark Knight was. Like, Dark Knight was out of the 3 of them, I like Dark Knight best in comparison to Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises. So if I would compare this with the Robert Pattinson version, that this is as comparable when it comes to what's happening as the Dark Knight. So if that is the case, you can only hopefully get better. Yeah. I just hope they don't rush it and bring in the Joker or bring in like other people just because like, oh, wait, everybody knows, fucking Heath Ledger as the Joker and he did so great, but.
And I think that's why they're incorporating the 2 shows in HBO. I think it's called Gotham PD and then the Penguin show, like the spinoffs, and they're going to develop the story leading up to the second movie.
The second movie, if they're doing that means the second movie's not going to come up for like 3 years.
They said 4 years. Yeah.
So Robert Pattinson's like roughly our age. So then that means he's going to be almost 40 when this movie comes out.
His back is going to hurt.
Yeah. My bat back hurts. My bat spine. Matt Reeves, the director of this movie, he also did Planet of the Apes, second and third ones, I believe. I think he's in them. Yeah. I think he's great as a director. Visually and it's like storytelling wise, phenomenal. And I really like not the first Planet. Well, the first Planet of the Apes was fine, but the second and third ones by far.
I mean, just for not having Franco in them, they went up like 3 points.
Yeah. If you sans Franco, you automatically win. And you know what sucks about him besides him is he fell quick too.
I love it.
Like a lot of people that get canceled, like they're immediately like just dropped out. So, and he absolutely deserves it. But like, it's been years since that second, and he's still. And now you got Seth Rogen, like, yeah, I'm never gonna work with him again. Like, and that's great. But at some point, I'm sure
he's gonna come back.
Yeah, he'll have something. He'll do something, and people are like, okay, he's still got it, or whatever it fucking is. And I hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, Franco, I can live the rest of my life and not see anything Franco. No Freaks and Geeks. No, unfortunately, like what's the one, Pineapple Express, which I thought was enjoyable. Like, if you could just take him out of a movie, if they can Tig Notaro Franco in movies, I think that'd be great. Like, I mean, not use Tig because, well, she's all right, but doesn't she have her own show right now too?
She had a show on TV.
Oh, she had a show. Okay, that sucks. I'm sorry, I can't. Sorry, Tig. Anyhow, Matt Reeves though, great.
I was surprised that he directed Felicity.
Well, you gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah, I think 2 episodes. Yeah.
Well, like the the Russos.
Yeah.
I mean, they did Community. I'm sorry, not Community. They did Arrested Development.
Oh.
And
I think they did Community.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they did the paintball episode.
They worked their way, then obviously they got Marvel, and you're doing Avengers movies.
Felicity.
What about Felicity? What about
Did you guys ever watch it?
Yeah, a little bit. My brother would watch it, which kind of makes sense. Like, he's watching that. And so I would watch it with him because Kara Russell still looks phenomenal. Like, did you see The Americans? Like, she's killing it. And she's actually married to that guy too, I think, right? The guy from The Americans?
Yes.
Yeah, they're together. There's someone else I was going to bring up too that's still... fuck.
It's the same?
Yeah. It's okay. Doesn't matter. I think it had to do with the Batman, but it's okay. Oh, actually, something I want to say about it. Paul Dano.
Oh.
Paul Dano, again, also... I was telling Mike this. Any movie I've seen him in as well, which Mike forgot that he was in Looper. Not a lot, but he was in Looper. He was Joseph Gordon-Levitt's friend, and he was a little Weasley guy. He didn't know how to use his motorbike, like his hover bike and all that shit. But like every movie I've seen him in, he's done great. There Will Be Blood.
Looper's on Netflix too.
It is. I own it as well.
Humble brag.
When I humble brag, weird flex, bro. Like when it's a movie that I like so much, I'll buy it. Like I have the Spider-Man movies, except for the third one because it's only on digital right now. But yeah, Paul Dano, he's great.
Yeah, that scene where he's in the coffee shop and then he's smiling at Batman. Yeah, that was creepy. Even the first scene where they show him and where he's like in the shadow, he's about to kill that other dude.
Yeah, even though he's masked.
Yeah.
Which really, if you think about it, that doesn't even have to be him.
No,
like, that could be anybody in there. Like, because whenever you're wearing the mask, unless you're Robert Pattinson, because you can kind of tell, or Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah.
But anybody else, just like in The Mandalorian, I don't think that's Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, he's there all the time.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he is.
Is he really? All right, way to flex, Pedro. All right, I'll give you that. But like, they don't have to be, right?
No.
Like they could just dub
just
it
add
later.
his voice.
Yeah, dub it later. ADR that shit.
Where's the child? No, go.
What was it? Where's the child?
Where's the child?
Oh, because of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I got it.
Do you watch The Mandalorian?
Of course.
But you don't watch the Marvel stuff? Loki?
Well, very
I watched WandaVision.
And you liked it.
Yes.
So why didn't you watch Loki or... Okay.
I'm so busy right now, bro. I got work.
Okay. Yeah, that's one. One down.
Work the next day.
Yeah.
How many hours?
Those chimichangas aren't going to eat themselves in the
Are they
freezer.
the Jose Olé?
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Those ones are so good. I'm telling you. You got to microwave it, microwave it the normal time and then put it in the toaster for like 3 minutes. Give it that little crispness.
crisp.
Or if you have your air fryer, just pop that bitch in the air fryer. But sometimes the air fryer's not worth it. Because it's like, oh man, I got to wait 20 minutes for this shit. But then it's like nice and crispy. And it's
You know what's fascinating for fryer? Pizza. It feels like fucking 2 minutes and you're already
Bacon,
crispy and
too.
delicious.
Bacon actually is pretty quick in that. But a lot of air fryers aren't big enough for the bacon. What did we cook? Wings when we did the Hot Ones thingy. We did all of our wings in that shit. Remember that?
Yeah, that's good.
Acid reflux from that shit. Anyway, what else do you have to say?
So Greg Fraser, he's the cinematographer.
Okay.
So we're talking about the shadows and everything in there. He's also the cinematographer on Rogue One, the Star Wars movie.
I liked Rogue One.
So
Enough.
they literally do that scene again where it's Darth Vader coming down the hallway in the shadows with the lightsaber and everyone's shooting at him.
Yeah. When
And in
at
this
the train station?
Yeah, and then in this movie they're doing the gunshot or the gun battle in the dark where you just the flashes and the
scene
muzzle
was
flash.
freaking
Like
great,
it's
though.
pretty amazing.
Like, so where does he have that armor if you think about it? Is that his whole body with the
I
armor?
think he has plates, no?
He does plates.
Probably plates.
But like, do you think it's all over his body or just the key points of like chest, belly, arms?
I don't know.
Like in the tops?
He's pretty flexible in that suit.
He was very mobile.
Yeah.
And he was turning his neck.
That stuff I don't really worry because like it's a movie, so
Yeah,
if he's mobile, like it's
He's
fine.
doing gun kata. Fuck. He's doing. I keep hitting this shit. I hit yours this time.
Yeah.
Because he gets shot with a shotgun up close, and he has to inject himself with that freaking Bane
Adrenaline,
serum or
yeah.
whatever.
Which that's why I said it had to be adrenaline because he's like out of it and he's seeing her getting choked out or whatever. Just if it was Bane serum, that would have been funny though.
Right?
And on it, it's like labeled Bane juice. And as he gets all pumped up. Right, you say, Liz?
No, but that hurt him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was up close,
Yeah.
like so.
He was fucked up.
Yeah.
And she had to save him because he was holding on one arm for God knows how long, like a minute and a half. Like that's tough. And you got to be heavy as shit because if you have that armor on you and your bat belt and your whatever the fuck,
And you're wet.
All sweaty.
and you're wet and sweaty, and he fell 50 feet into potentially pretty shallow water because he stood up. So I mean that was at like his thighs max.
If if it was like just a little like metal box right underneath the surface, so he thinks he's falling water.
My bat spine. But also when he's saving those people too, how they were reluctant to go with him too. And I said that to Mike in the theater. I was like, why aren't they fucking going with him? But he brought up the fact
Because
that
as of this point, he had just been,
a vigilante,
shadows,
yeah,
all that jazz.
and so
Everybody
you
was
see him
afraid of him.
actually helping.
And the
people.
mayor herself had said, like, you let this vigilante run wild, so she doesn't trust him either until that point.
Does she ever talk to him?
She talks to Bruce.
Yeah, I remember her at the why was Bruce Wayne kind of like a celebrity? Because Mr. Bruce, Mr. Wayne, like that cop was like waving at him, like, hey, how you doing?
Well, his dad was super famous, like almost the mayor.
Yeah, but I get it, but he's not.
And it was like a high profile murder. He'd be like that's a little more famous and way richer. He's like OJ's kids.
I don't know who they are.
You don't remember their kids from?
No.
Okay.
If you put OJ's kids in front of me and like you just say a couple other random people, I'd say, who are these people? Like I don't know what they look like at all.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Like
I get that, but like during that trial, people would have known who they are.
Okay.
Right. And this is years. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's
I'm saying like
years
okay,
later.
like yeah. So like Bruce was a kid when his parents were killed. So now let's just say he's.
But also like Wayne is the Waynes are
right,
Gotham.
right?
You know.
But again, they just made him seem like, oh shit, that's Bruce Wayne, and they're taking pictures, and then that turned off. Your screen turned off. Oh no, it's screenplay. Lewis, hopefully, I'm sure it's still recording. So, but yeah, they treated him like a celebrity, and that was kind of different. Because I mean, yes, he's rich, and so I'm sure people will like, hey. But again, every single person was, oh my god, that's Bruce Wayne. Like they were just. Well, I know they hadn't seen him in a while too. I believe, right? Like a recluse. Yeah. But anyway, was there anything else that you guys like, Mike? Do you have any additional notes?
Yes, let's talk about the music because it's awesome. Lewis, would you agree?
And Nirvana in there.
Well, so
Twice.
that interval, I think it's a third. That like it's the same in
I'm gonna let these guys talk about that because I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So
it's the same in the Batman. That's the Batman music, right?
Yeah.
Now do the Imperial March.
Dun, 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 dun,
Right?
dun, dun. Yeah.
Now sing Something in the Way.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, the Nirvana song.
Yeah, that's why.
Something in the way.
I was doing
like it's all the same.
Yeah, I was doing the guitar.
Yeah.
Dun.
like trying to make a cool point, kind of ruined it. But that's
Yeah,
fine.
it has
But
similar notes. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
They're all downers.
the Michael Giacchino, the composer, like he's like using like all the influences and all. It's all throughout the music. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you're saying that he was like many people, like directors, actors, everything. He was influenced by this other music, so he incorporated what he has heard from John Williams and others in his.
Right. Well, it's so weird. Like I'm trying to think of another movie where like the song is so integral to the movie itself. Jaws. Well, no, but like a pop song.
Oh.
So if you think like Midnight Cowboy, maybe like everybody's talking.
I've actually never seen Midnight Cowboy.
Okay,
but I know it.
Right. But I'm saying like that, like the song itself, it's like so
yeah.
important to the, which is interesting because when I saw the teaser trailer for the movie, I just thought that was just like an awesome song to choose for the trailer. Like that song fucking works real well.
For which one?
The Nirvana song.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Actually, I went after I saw that trailer. I probably went and listened to that song like 10 times straight.
Yeah.
Well, that's why now they have 45 million listens on Spotify.
That's valid. Valid.
But I mean, like, I thought it was like, okay, that's cool. But like when watching the movie, like, oh, it's like super important.
Yeah.
Like literally, like it's like a motif of the actual movie score itself.
Yeah.
Like it works, back and forth. Like it's very interesting.
So I want to say this real quick. I'm sorry, Lewis, but motif. What does that word mean again?
It's just like that little piece of music where it's like a recognizable piece where you hear it, like it represents something.
Okay.
Right.
I've heard the word. Right. I was like, yeah, a motif. And okay, Lewis.
Like I always associated Pulp Fiction to that surfer song.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Like it's almost like now when you hear that, when you hear that song now, like when you hear that song now, you'll think of the movie.
Yeah.
Even.
Well, Kill Bill, I always think of when she like the opening scene where she's in the hospital. That too, or the whistling when she's in the hospital. That's pretty much. And then when she's fighting Oren, the or maybe she's fighting. Is it Oren that she's fighting at that part?
At the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's like the fuck. Now I just want to watch Kill Bill. Although I do like the second one better, but still the first one has the action and the blood that Daddy likes to see. I'm Daddy, if you guys didn't know.
Wow,
anyway,
please tell everyone. Thank you,
Daddy. So anyway, this movie, you guys enjoyed it, correct?
Yes.
Would you have preferred it if it was rated R?
Yes, always. With gritty shit like this, yeah. Like, so even, actually, the Planet of the Apes weren't rated R, and they were still great. And just like Batman, it was still great. It was a phenomenal movie. But I think they could have. Because no matter what, yes, Batman doesn't kill, but he'll beat the shit out of you. And obviously he did that with a few people. Like, he's beating their asses pretty hard. But, like, he'll take you, like, that right there to death if he had to. But you didn't die. And I think they could have. Because, like, even when Falcone got shot, no blood, no nothing. I was like, come on, just give me a little bit of red, give me a little bit of something. But they wouldn't. I think it could have been better rated R, but it was still an amazing
it was
movie.
good.
Yeah, but to add what? Like just some
It would have been
gore,
it would have been like
some
7.
language.
It would have been like 7, where it's like you shouldn't be looking at this. You know, like it makes you feel dirty.
Okay. I mean, it wouldn't be exactly like 7 because the sexual stuff wouldn't have been there, but
Could have been. You know what I'm saying?
Could have been
anything. You know what I'm saying? So was it,
I wouldn't. It would have been cool, like to have like a Punisher version, like our
Punisher Warzone
Daredevil version,
yeah,
of dark and gritty, which they can do.
yeah. So before we end this, was there actually any parts of this movie that you didn't like?
Hit me.
When he's talking to Alfred in the hospital, I feel like that's super slow paced. I don't know why.
When they're talking about his dad and stuff?
I think so. There was that scene where it just felt long.
Where he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
It's like, your father was an amazing, I don't know what that accent is, but he was an amazing man. He just got caught up in the wrong stuff or whatever the fuck. Because then Falcone would have had that over him, right?
Yeah. I could see if it's like heavy-handed emotional stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I enjoy it only because like it adds to the almost like the human elements that you want, where like he's not an angel, like his dad is not, like he's a complex person, like they're not perfect, they make mistakes. Like you almost think like in Bruce's mind, he wants to think of his parents as angels. In Riddler's mind, he thinks of his father as a complete enemy, like a terrible person, evil. But in reality, it's
like
somewhere in between. Not exactly, like he's definitely closer to the good guy's side of the scale.
He didn't want the reporter to die.
Yeah.
Right.
He just wanted to scare him away. But
just-
obviously Falcone had him nixed.
I just feel like the context could have been executed in a different way. You get me? Yeah.
You have very high standards, obviously, as we can tell by your footwear.
I wanted a David Fincher movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can agree with what Luis is saying though. Like that did slow down a little bit at that point.
One scene,
but it was still
no. Overall, like the whole movie, I liked it. It was just that scene. I kind of wanted it to be like like in Mindhunter when he goes and
so many fucking sounds.
I'm
what
sorry.
the fuck is going on here?
Luis's chairs. If you could just make them not, yeah. How does that sound, Mike? Does that sound good?
We're gonna sit in fucking beanbag chairs next episode.
Beanbag chair. Oh yeah, there's moving around in it, hurting my back. I'm getting old, man. Like
it's kind of like the dialogue I was gonna say in Mindhunter, where it grabs you, and you're just listening. I don't know.
So just you want to see it? You wanted to see a Fincher movie?
Okay. Well, it kind of felt like it.
Yeah.
Well, we watched Social Network last, so you finished Social Network, right?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. That's just all.
This is very 7-ish. I love it.
Yeah, Luis said
even the two guys working together. It's
Oh,
Gordon and Batman.
Yeah.
Although Batman's a little less hot-tempered than Brad Pitt.
Yes. Well, Brad Pitt, I mean, what's in the box? Thinking like, fuck, man, my wife, fiance,
Wife.
fiance.
That's why.
Fiance or wife?
They're already married.
Yeah. Oh.
Just she hasn't told him that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, he didn't know. Yeah. So anyway, okay. Well, this was the Batman. Unless you guys have anything else you want to add to this.
Let me check my notes.
Sure. And so thank you, everybody.
Let's see. Quitting the show. There we go. That's it.
All right. Sounds about right. It's Lewis and I now. So, but anyway, thank you, everybody, for listening. So now we need to decide, though, our next episode. So Mike and I, Lewis, you're the one deciding.
Okay.
So it's either going to be Starship Troopers or it's going to be Gattaca.
Starship
Troopers it is. Mike, you lose.
What is it on?
It's on Netflix.
You sure?
I was just watching it. I was just fucking watching it. And I'm going to look it up right now.
Ends in
Starship
March?
Troopers streaming. That's valid. It could. So Starship Troopers is on Netflix. It's also on Hulu. And it's on... That's it. So it's on both of those. So it is...
That's what kind of frustrates me with movies that we're looking for.
Because they could be gone by the time.
No.
That could be there
that is
one
whatever.
week and then the following week.
No. The issue is it's either fucking on everything or it's on nothing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what if it's on Netflix, but it's not on Hulu? Or if it's on Hulu and then it's not. But when it's on multiple things and then there's another thing that's just not nothing, it just makes me angry.
I know, like I've been wanting to watch what's Badabook or what is it called?
The Babadook.
Babadook. Yeah, Badabook.
It's all right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I knew what you were saying.
Yeah. And it hasn't been streaming.
Right.
Like
I said,
anywhere.
Like, if you could just, you
That's
pay
what Tony Collette, isn't it?
No, it's Australian Bunch of it's
Which one's?
Australian lady.
Oh, she was the one with Adam Scott. Was that Black Christmas? She was in a horror Christmas movie.
I don't know.
Whatever she's in, I'll watch Toni Collette like anywhere. She was in the one Unbelievable I told you about last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she's so fucking good. Although her makeup was a little fucked up in that. What doesn't matter. So anyway, all right. So the Batman, great movie. The next movie we're going to watch, the next episode I should say, is Starship Troopers, starring everybody's favorite Tarzan, Casper Van Dien. Yeah. But it also has Denise Richards. It has NPH, which is Neil Patrick Harris. It also has Richter from Total Recall. I always forget his name.
I don't know his name.
Okay, I don't know his name offhand either. And it was directed by, was it Verhoeven?
Yes.
Yes. Paul? No.
Paul Verhoeven? Ooh.
I'm pretty sure
I
it's
believe
Verhoeven.
so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Verhoeven. And this was an early 2000s sci-fi.
Jake Busey, hello.
You're right. Everybody's favorite,
You
Jake
fuck.
Busey. Yeah, you're right. John Busey's very deranged son.
That
He's
other
like
handsome guy, I can't remember his name.
other handsome
The guy who gets his brain sucked out.
Oh, yeah.
Handsome McHandsome.
Yeah, McHandsome is what we'll call him.
I mean, we've had a pretty strong run of handsome men movies. Like,
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah, Pattinson.
Pattinson.
Pattinson's a
No
good looking
joke.
dude. Did I tell you that photo really quick of him? The person took the selfie with him, and they used like Snapchat filters. So like the first picture is the girl getting it ready, and the second picture is them taking the picture. The third one is him looking down on it, and then they show the picture that the girl took, and then the final picture is him like like surprised because he doesn't have social media or anything like that, and so he had never seen the Snapchat filters or all that kind of stuff. I'll send it to you. It was really silly. Anyway. So thank you for listening, everybody. You can make some movie suggestions on our website, spectacular.com. You can also email us at spectacular@gmail.com. Luis, how's everything with you? Any music coming out? Anything that you want to...
No.
Okay. But if anybody wants to listen to his music, what is it?
No, I don't have anything.
You got rid of it?
Yeah, I got rid of it. I'm starting new soon.
Okay.
Soon it'll come out.
So we'll have new stuff from Luis soon, and you can plug it later if we ever have him on again, which chances are not unless you get new chairs. And Mike, why don't you
Better get a fucking 4-piece of...
Let's just get a big sofa in here,
Yeah.
and we'll all sit on it together. Although that'd be hard because then we're looking sideways at each other.
Yeah.
Ugh, I'd rather us just be looking at I'm looking at both of you, so he should have been at a more of a triangle, not an obtuse triangle. Is that a correct term? Would that be what? Okay. Anyway, Mike, why don't you take us away?
You want it more equilateral.
I want it more because a triangle doesn't have right angles, correct?
It's what degree is it? 35?
Yes.
You're thinking isosceles. It's fucking
No, I'm thinking of a rhombus.
time, baby.
No, like
Step into my
because
office.
triangles can't have 90 degrees.
We're getting into math.
Yeah, because 90 degrees could be squares and rectangles, but triangles, correct, cannot have a 90 degree, no?
What?
Can a triangle have a 90 degree
No.
angle in it? It cannot, right? Yeah, that's this. So you can't have a triangle like that.
Well, I
Yes,
mean,
you
technically
can.
you
How?
can, because then you could...
then-
Oh, I guess
90,
it could be uneven. Okay, yeah.
30, 30.
I'm thinking, okay.
Fucking
Well,
Jesus
luckily that's
Christ.
not exactly math.
Oh, God.
Anyway, Mike, take us away. Luis, you're going to cut it once he's done with his fucking...
I mean, it's so prominent in the movie, so it's like... We're a spectacular. Ooh, do, do, do. Okay, it's good now.
Make it stop.